Hello, and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm your host, Corey, joined by my co-host, Corey. Kidding! I'm Cheryl, Corey's sister, and I'm joined by my co-host, Tracy, who is Corey's girlfriend.
That's right. And it's ladies' night here on the podcast. So
it is.
Yeah. So, Cheryl, how have you spent your summer vacation?
My summer vacation has basically been filled with playing video games. I love playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
I love all kinds of video games. Shout out to all my video game peeps because I'm sure they'll be listening to this.
And they show up in the live stream too.
Yes, for sure. They absolutely do. Yep. Video games, watching over the pups, going to the beach, getting bit like 25 times on the legs by mosquitoes. So that's less fun, but I'll take it.
They've been wild.
I'll take it. I love the summer, so I'm enjoying all this heat, and it's a lot of heat. So
yes, yeah, definitely. It almost makes you wish for a River Valley game in that cold ass arena.
Oh my, yes, that would be the best thing. Plus those burgers, of course, the burgers. We can't forget
always
those.
The burgers.
Always the burgers.
Always
sure.
The burgers.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's been another big week in terms of signings in the BSHL. We start off with Bucktouche. We have a couple of Kent Coyotes joining the team, Zachary LeBlanc and Nicholas Bastarash. They are both from Bucktouche, according to Corey. No, it's hometown boys. Looking forward to seeing them in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends in Dalhousie have re-signed Francis Thibault and Sam Gendron. So I want to point out I am very English, and I'm also very proud of the fact that I can say Sam's last name far better than Corey Vautour.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. So those are some big signings, and they also have signed their second Junior A card player, Alex Gallant. So welcome to the team.
Welcome.
Yes. And one of my favorite signings so far, the Amherst Senior Hockey Club have signed Bobby Davis. I love a good hockey fight. I love a good fight anyway, regardless of the venue. But it'll be very exciting to see Bobby back. And speaking of being back, the guys are back next week. They have some great interviews coming up. But before that, we actually have one of our own interviews. So
we do.
Yeah. So Cheryl, if you had to describe the interview with live stream queen Roxanne Merrill Young in one word, what would it be?
I'd say it was awesome. It was definitely one of the best interviews. We had so much fun and laughing and talking and reminiscing and got some pretty juicy details from Roxanne. We're going to keep hush, but you'll have to wait till the end of the interview to listen to those because it's pretty juicy. And she's a wonderful woman, and we loved having her on. And she carried the interview fully, and I knew she would. And just she's such a warm-hearted woman, and she's great.
She is. So thank you again, Roxanne, for spending an ungodly amount of time with us, waiting for the interview to upload properly.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, guys will be back next week.
Thank you for joining. Thanks again for Roxanne for doing the interview with us. So we'll see you soon.
Take care.
Hello, this is Cheryl and Tracy from the unofficial BSHL Podcast, and we are here joined with Miss Roxanne Merrill Young. Welcome to the show. Yay! Welcome to the show. How's things? It's been a minute since we've seen you.
I know, and I miss you, and I miss everything about it.
Yeah, same. Same.
I miss it completely. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, all's good. Busy, but all good. Just different season.
Different season, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to touch mostly on hockey, and we're going to go in and out and whatnot. But here's a couple.
I love talking about hockey.
Awesome. Okay, so can you talk about when you first started recording games? Like what made you want to start recording the games?
Well, live stream's only been in the last, I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I know we went to Nationals ball. I did a lot of ball, like live streaming. I think 2019 might have been the earliest I started live streaming, but I videotaped. I have 3 kids. Brett's my oldest, and then I have my daughter in the middle, and then my youngest, Abigail, and then my youngest boy, Benjamin. So there's 8 years between Brett and Ben. So Brett started playing hockey at 5, and I've been recording. I don't think maybe I'm in my archives room right now, so I don't know if you could see, but it's just floor to ceiling with
documents and whatnot. I see it.
Yeah, VHS and 8 millimeters, and
That's
so
amazing.
I've been videotaping their whole life, not just their sports. I videotaped and documented like from the time they were born, and my husband wouldn't let me take the camera in while I had labor, but
oh my gosh, I get that. My gosh, that's amazing though.
But I did have one there, a great big one, but I couldn't run it and give birth at the same time. So
no, absolutely not. Not recommended at all. Not at all.
I'm good at a lot of things, but maybe not that.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah, so no, I've been, and then like with Brett being in Miramichi, like I have a brother in Alberta. We have a lot of family there, like across so, and too, like some of the people, like to drive to Miramichi, nobody's probably as crazy as we are to go there every Friday night and whatever. But I mean, a lot of people do come up to watch his games and that. But I just started live streaming, and too, it's a way for me to record, and I archive all of my kids' stuff. Like, I mean, they've got a scrapbook on like I said, I've got bookshelf from floor to ceiling here with, and filing cabinets behind me with the stuff that I don't actually have in a scrapbook yet, but
wow,
in my spare time.
That's so impressive. That you just
all 5 minutes you
everything.
have,
Yes, all 5 minutes that I have. Yeah. So, I homeschooled them. So, I mean, it allotted me a lot of time to be able to do that. I had a YouTube channel, and I would put the videos, like at the time I just was videotaping too. Cause if I look back, I was probably the only mom that had, the only person there that had, not everybody had these phones, right? It's like, who knew you could do all this stuff with your phone, right? And that's what I live stream with now is my phone. But I had a video camera, and, and I usually managed the team with David Brewer's mom, who, we were, a duo go with the boys going up. So, with all the teams, I did year-end videos. I took pictures, and I always did great big year-end gifts for them. Like the kids all got these wall banners and different things throughout the years. So I didn't do that just with one of them. I did it with all 3 of them. So
wow, that's amazing.
And now I'm doing it with Emery. So
that's awesome. And Emery's how old now?
He will be 6, July the 29th. Yeah.
6. So it's really coming up close. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really kicked in this spring. He had spring hockey, and it was the first time that I felt like we were back in that, it was a 6 or 8 week little program there with East Coast hockey. And it was like we were back into it again. I don't know. With me, empty nest syndrome isn't something that I do well with. So.
Oh, no, nobody does well with that anyways.
Trying to keep the camera but anyway, so that's my story on the videotape, and I've got it here. So,
well, you do great.
Yeah.
So the live streaming, before you guys, I think Corey started coming to the games the first year, and I mean, and then this year I had the fortune to meet yous all, and it's not a competition. You got to just know that, like in people, I get comments all the time. You're so biased.
As you
It's your
should be.
son. It's your son.
But
He's playing for
but the
Mayor
thing
Sheehan.
is I'm doing it for this is my record, right? Like I'm not
Exactly.
winning an Oscar or anything like that there, and or whatever. I'm not James Cameron, but you know what I mean? This is just something that it's been a part of. It's my kids' history. It's their heritage, and whatever, whether they like it or not. And maybe someday they'll look at them or maybe when I get Alzheimer's, I'll just sit back and look at it and think, gee, look at all this.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
it's personal. It's your family and you relate.
Yeah.
Like people can relate to that for sure.
Yeah.
Whether you're biased or not, like that's not a thing.
Well, I try to stay, especially when he plays David on the Lumberjacks. I tried to stay because I love David just as much, and actually I call them boys, but they're not boys. They're young men. They're, got families now. Like Zach's got 2 little gorgeous baby girls and they're all growing up or whatever. But to me, they'll always be, little.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
awesome.
so no, anyway, I just enjoy it. I get into the game and, it's like the Boston Bruins. You either like them or you don't. So
Exactly. As I'm sitting in front of the Montreal stuff here. So it's fine.
Yeah, Corey and I have had our yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Your discussions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, that's awesome. So broadcasting on a different level, like on a professional level, because you've been all over the place and doing like matches during the playoffs, and like we're new. We just started this like just a year ago. We started this, and we're still like brand new to this.
Well, I mean, I haven't started podcasting yet, so that's something that you guys should do a broadcasting for dummies program or something.
I'll talk to Corey. I'll talk to Corey about it for sure. Or Tracy can talk to him as well.
I don't know what I'd talk about, but
I think you'd be surprised at what people are interested
well,
in.
I do a live here. I call it live in the what's going about Tame out there. I don't know if you've seen them or not, but
Yes,
I've been talking about our bridge and stuff and the lack of communication that's in between municipality and government and stuff. And it's just it matters to me because the bridge is right here. So I mean, if they block it off, yeah. So anyway, so I pop on live stream whenever, like I don't necessarily. And also we've had, last year my neighbor's car was stolen and right in front of me. And so I live streamed about that afterwards and we found the car, by the way.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's
in one piece.
That's impressive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
but
awesome.
the live streaming, the Facebook threw a loop on me there when we were mid playoffs there in Spring Hill. They wouldn't let me go. Like I like to do it on landscape, right? Like the horizontal that I'm doing right now. I find in hockey, like I can't move it fast enough, right? Like you want the landscape because it gives you the whole wide angle of the arena, right? So that kind of threw me for the whole bloody game. And then traveling home, a friend of mine messaged me at 1 a.m. as we're traveling home, and she said, "You need to." That happened to her apparently, and it's still. I tried it again on Facebook, but apparently they're doing that. So I downloaded an app that her sister in Tennessee was using, and Prism. The only thing with that is I do like that app, by the way, because it keeps recording even though my Wi-Fi will glitch out, like in Dopetown. Yes. So like you're watching it and glitching.
Yeah, exactly.
But the video will save to my phone, but I'll have the whole intact video.
Wow.
Nice.
So like
that's awesome.
Yeah. So like if Brett comes down and scores, the audience, my viewers might not have seen that, but I've got it. So, otherwise I would have missed it. So, so I do like that, but it's thrown a few glitches in it, like technology, like I'm sure they'll keep throwing wrenches in it, and I'll have to just try to keep one. That's the thing. You just got to keep one step ahead of it.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I was actually watching the stream when that happened, and I thought you handled it very, very well, because it can get very overwhelming. Not only are you trying to figure out, how to fix it, but then you have the comments off to the side, and you're aware of the comments. So kudos to you for being able to just at the end of the day, accept it. And
well, it was what it was. I couldn't figure it out why I was live streaming. I couldn't get it. I tried in between periods, and I still I couldn't get it. And so anyway, I came back on, and that's the way it was. So, and then then the Prism, it took me a while to figure out that, because it's just new little things, right? I have to connect to Facebook to put it through that. But I found with Prism, though, it opens up a whole new demographic, because I was getting people. That last game I live streamed in Dopetown. I had 1,050 or whatever people, like I mean, I'd never had that before. Like it was like 1,150 or something like that. I screenshotted the thing, but I mean, I had people in Tennessee. Like I didn't even know who some of these people were, But I think it opens it up so that if they're not, and that's the other thing, I would get like 30, 40, 50 friend requests after each game,
Wow.
And I was accepting them all, and then I got hacked. And so but the idea is you don't have to be a friend. Like I don't have to accept your friend request for you to watch it, because all of my videos are public. So as long as you're like, if a friend of yours or whatever sees it, and people get notifications anyway that I'm live. So
that's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So.
Sometimes I only have 4 viewers, but hey, I love them all.
That's awesome.
It's probably us.
Like, let's be honest. Exactly.
And that's the other thing. I can't see who's viewing unless you comment. So like on Facebook, you can see all the little people up at the top, like all their little things and that, and you can see, and it will let you know, like, John Doe, Jane, just came in or whatever. But on the on this other app, I can't see that unless they comment. So yeah. Anywho. Wow. I'm a talker, so you guys just got to pull the plug anytime.
No, God, no. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're carrying, and I knew this would happen. I knew you'd be carrying this interview. I knew you would. Because I'm like, it's Roxanne. I love her. She's amazing. She's going to carry this, which I thank you for this, because I'm nervous and shy, and I'm like listening because I want to listen to your story, and it's so captivating. No, but it's true. It's so true, and you're so known in the community that it's
well, you know what, Miramichi, that area up there is just, well, it's special anyway, because my daughter-in-law comes from there, but Brett's lived there for 8 years. And I mean, Brett was also drafted to the Miramichi Timberwolves back in 2012.
Wow.
And or 2011. I don't know what year it was. 2011, his grad year, 2011. Anyway, but but since I live stream and whatever, I walk in there. It's like walking into the bar at Cheers, you know that song where everybody knows your name.
Yes,
exactly. I just feel at home, I don't get that even in my home area, but I mean,
a little more serious when you're talking about bridge closures, though, Roxanne. You're not going to make sense.
I guess I'm stepping on toes. But you know what? If they need to be stepped on, I'm here to step on them.
That's right.
All the best women do.
I end my live stream. This is Roxanne, keeping it real.
I love it.
That's awesome. I love that. That's amazing.
We were in Dopetown on the weekend having dinner. We just was cruising around back roads, no kids, empty nest.
Oh.
And we stopped at the village restaurant or family restaurant there to have lunch or whatever. And anyway, when the lady came to bring us the bill, she just looked. She goes, "You're Roxanne."
Oh, that's so great.
Adorable.
Yes.
Well, that begs the question, though. If you were in Dopetown, now the Corys have gone on and on and on, and rightfully so, about the burgers in Dopetown.
Yes.
But I hear that the burgers in Stanley are possibly just as good. So, be the voice of reason. Keep it real, Roxanne.
Yes.
Okay.
Which place has
to keep it real, this is from past experience because the last 10 years, 14 years, I'm vegan. So I don't eat at the rinks
Wow.
unless it's French fries. So
An exclusive here.
So
on the
there's a
podcast.
long story about that. So I always thought vegans were tree hugging hippies, but here I am. Look, I'm killing it.
Wow, you are killing it. That's awesome.
Metaphorically.
Yes.
But anyway, the big thing at the Stanley Rink, my mother loves the burgers there. They make them right out of I don't know what Doketown does, but I know that they make it right from fresh hamburger. And my mom just loves the cheeseburgers there. I've heard a lot of people comment on it. But when I ate that stuff, my thing was a chicken dog with cheese and mayo.
Oh,
really?
Oh, yeah. They're to die for. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So
it's a chicken strip in a hot dog bun with cheese and mayo.
I
We'll
need
have
to
to
try
get-
that now.
So Corey Votor tried vinegar on his poutine. That was a recommendation from Pascal Valcourt. So we're going to have to get him to try that.
Well,
We're
the
gonna
other
have
thing
to.
is they're going on about the pizzas. Well, like I said, I've never tried them because that's been a new addition since my kids have been done hockey, right? But my husband, sneaks a pizza home every now and then when he's not supposed to. But they have an oven. What do you call that? A stone oven pizzas or whatever, and their crust is Milda's crust. Milda's pizza crust. Anyway, I'll tell you, you can get Donair pizza. But I mean, the amount of cheese on it would just it would clog my arteries. I'll tell you, like in a New York minute.
Happy. You die. I've had Milda's. I used to live in Fredericton.
Well, Milda's makes a vegan pizza, and I've had that with vegan cheese and that, and I love it. It's delicious. But I'll tell you, I referred a few people from work there at one time there a few years back about it, and they went to the rink and they claimed, like I said, to see the pizza when it comes out, it's just it smells good and it's amazing. But I haven't personally ate them, but everybody talks about the pizzas at the Stanley Rink. So yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, my cousins live in Stanley.
Yeah,
and
Doug is the manager. Yeah, Shirley. Connor and Caleb played. I'm just trying to think which kid they're the age of. Well, jumping. So I don't know. I think they're Ben's age.
I think so.
But anyway, would they be about 22, 23 years old? I think they're Ben's age. Yes, they are. Anyway, yes. So Mark coached them. My husband coached them or whatever. And Caleb was the goalie. And Connor was he was on the bench with the coaches or whatever. He was their motivational speaker before the game.
Yes, I believe that.
I put a GoPro on him. I mic'd him up there when we had a tournament, provincials up in Woodstock. What a mood.
I can't imagine. I can just imagine.
Yeah. So now, and Graceland, is she, like I said, she's a really good hockey player. She's good at any sport. So yeah.
She's so good. Yeah. She's a great.
Yeah. No, Shirley is an absolute sweetheart. So.
Yeah. She's great. The whole family's great.
Yeah. Well, of course, right? Family.
Exactly. Exactly.
You gotta, boast that up there.
Absolutely. I'm just so shy with this, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Roxanne's loving this, by the way. She's loving this. Yeah. So, in your off time, what do you like doing when it's not hockey and not baseball and not what's Roxanne's joy to do?
I have a lot of joys.
You do?
Well, my grandson is the big highlight. Like every other week, my daughter has him, so they have week on, week off. So all through his school year, he was in kindergarten this year. So on her week, I would go up on Tuesdays and Thursdays and collect him after school in Woodstock, and pick him up at 1:50, and he called those his Meemaw days. Aww. And then he got to the point where it was just his spoiling days.
Oh, of course.
So, on the weeks that I have him, like, that's what we do. And then we travel with him. For Brett and them got beat out. The Northmen got beat out. I don't know how I would have done it. So God, everything all works for a purpose, right? Because if they had won, they would have been going to Dalhousie or whatever, and Emory had started the spring hockey, and they were in Edmonton, and they were, going all over. And I'm like, I don't know how I would have done it. So,
no,
but I would have, but
of course you would.
Yeah,
we would have had your back.
Absolutely
I know. I don't know what it is. I just, if my kids are there, I want to be there. So that's the whole part of being the homeschooling, I didn't want them growing up. I didn't want to miss anything when, they took their first step. I was there, when they took when I taught them how to read, when they took their first word, whatever, that was a moment I didn't want to miss,
Nope.
I just wanted to be there for all of it. And I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but it was right for me. So it worked out good. So
that's all that matters.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you're driving to the game. All right. You're about to record. I'm just going to paint a little picture for you. You're driving to the game and you're like mentally preparing yourself for who knows how many people are going to be watching you. What music are you listening to in your car? What's your favorite?
Eagles is my favorite.
Eagles, nice. I love the Eagles.
Yeah, I like to take it easy by taking it to the limit.
Absolutely.
Not a peaceful, easy feeling.
Oh, there's nothing really peaceful about me.
No.
I do crafts or whatever, and I was trying to think of of a name or whatever. So I called some of my art, my stuff or whatever, Tranquility Designs. One of my best friends she goes, "There's nothing tranquil about you."
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
I'm a little high strung, so what can I say?
The best.
I got a very high metabolism. Yeah. When I played, I didn't play much. I did like individual sports. I did long track running and jump, whatever it was. Anyway. Yeah. But I tried for basketball and that, and I never really, but my coach would just give me the chocolate chips, 10 minutes before she wanted me to go on. Chew these babies up, she'd say.
Oh, no way.
I usually fouled out by the halftime. But
wow.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No, the Eagles preps me. We listen to that. I like a lot of the 80s music and that. Like I'm an 80s girl. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a 90s girl, 90s, 80s. Like I love that era of music.
Yeah.
But I like the current too, but like, yeah.
I do and I don't. I like country. I'm eclectic actually. I'm a music teacher, so I'm eclectic. So, I taught piano for many years. So, I mean, you can't just play classical. You gotta, and I always would tell my students, what do you like? What do you want? Like, and that's what, I didn't make them play Beethoven, Bach, and Chopin if they didn't want it, like if they didn't, they did the basics. And then after that, if they, I just said, what do you like? Like one had, I forget now what they were, but anyway, so I would let them, choose their own, because it's like reading, you can't force them to read, like, I mean, I had one, like, just wanted to read, the sports magazines and digests and that. Well, go ahead. Who cares? You're reading.
Exactly. Do your own thing.
Important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if it becomes like a lifelong passion. Like you want something you love deep down. So it's good to recognize what you love and just go with it type of thing. So
I like me a little AC/DC.
Nice. Have you seen any of these concerts? Because there's multiples that came to Moncton.
Yeah, I know. And I'm kicking my butt for not going. You have these opportunities when you're younger or whatever to go and you just, but I guess I must have been busy with sports. So 3 kids in hockey and ball. So
busy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy mom. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, so do you have any questions for us, or do you have any insight? Because we're still new, like we're getting like the grasp of it and everything. But like I video the games when I do the videos. Is there any tips that you would pass on to me since you've been doing this for longer than me?
Well, I don't know if you'd call me a pro. I just think I just wing it.
You are a pro. No, you're good. You're good. You're definitely good. You keep
Well, the big thing is I try to not swear.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's where you get all the ding dongs and the son of a biscuit and all that stuff, because my mind's going the whole time, right? Like I'm trying to don't swear, don't swear, don't swear.
Exactly. I love those sayings. Some of the sayings you came out with, I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my God, where did she get these? I have no idea.
I always have a saying there, oh, my sweet giddy aunt. And I had a lady message me. She wanted to know, well, what's Gideon got to do with this? And it's probably my country or my redneck accent that sounds like, Gideon, but I'm saying, oh, my sweet giddy aunt is what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, like giddy, like happy, like smiling.
Yeah,
and laughing,
like Gideon.
right?
Yeah, like
giddy, like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
I need an interpreter, I think, sometimes, but
you need to put those on a shirt.
What's that?
You need to put those on a shirt and sell them. That's
absolutely, because that would be like a bestseller for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, I watch you guys when I can't be there or whatever, whatever the case may be. Like we watched all the Dalhousie games and the Lumberjack games or whatever. I mean, we might have been out, but you kind of want to finish it to the end, like exactly. you Sippity Sam would say, yeah, I paid to see the high diving act. I'm going to see the high diving act.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we wanted to see, so we no, I mean, outside of, I understand. I have videos on YouTube that have been, what do you call it? Not deleted, but banned or whatever because of music content. Because when I first started uploading and that years and years ago, there wasn't a whole lot of that, copyright thing going on or whatever. So, I would come home and download the video and then edit it and, put it on so that the kids could watch their games or whatever. And I did the highlights and clips and that. I did that right through Brett's junior years too. So, yeah, wow. But some of the videos are no longer available, or you listen to them, there's no music to it. So YouTube has put it off for copyrights.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So no, I think you guys are, there's four of yous. Five if you count Mama Jean.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you guys are nailing it. No, I mean, it's a big hit. I hear people talking about it. So,
thank you.
Yep. So, so the games that I'm not at, you guys are covering everybody else, you're not biased. So
no, we're trying to not be. We're going to every game that we possibly can. And
and it's a vast area, it is quite a area. So, I've yet to get to Shippigan, but I never missed Spring Hill or whatever. But I guess now it's going to be in Amherst. So.
Amherst, exactly.
Yeah,
big announcement. But I think you said it best at the beginning when you were like, "There's no competition." Where it's a mutual respect.
I don't feel a competition with you guys. Like you guys aren't infringing on me. My only thing is I always when I go to a rink, I'm there an hour or more ahead of time. Like I actually you ask my husband, I get anxiety. Like I'll get worked up if I'm not there at least an hour and a half before, because I like to go, I'm like my dog. I like to go mark my territory. So
that's great. That's great.
But I go and I park myself, and I try to stay out of the crowd of people, because I do have a voice, I do have a tongue, and if somebody, there are situations, where games get very intense. I understand that, and my stomach I'd be almost like ready to vomit when Brett and David were playing, and and people were going, oh. And at one of the games, they were yelling, "Fight him, Brewer! Fight him, Brewer!" And I'm like, I looked at him. I went, "They're not going to fight." And he goes, "Well, why not?" I said, "Because they're like brothers." I said, "They're not going to fight each other. David won't fight, and Brett's not going to fight." And so I get very, what's the word?
Heated.
Yeah, well, it can get, and it can
too.
accelerate really fast. And I don't do well in accelerated stages, so
Exactly. Exactly.
sometimes as Brett would say, the crazy's just out. So, and I can't cap it back in.
No. Oh my gosh, I get that. Corey tells me that too.
but it's that's just what I do. I just try to go off, and you guys have your spot where you guys go. We never conflict with each other.
No, never.
No.
But I mean, over my how many years would I be do this? Brett's 30. Oh, so over 25 years of being in rinks and that, I've never been arrested, but I've been escorted out.
Ooh. Is that a story for interview number 2? Maybe.
Yes, but I've been escorted out 4 times.
Wow.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Passion.
But I'll just plead the fifth, and I'll say it was never my fault.
Exactly. That's what you do.
It's generally somebody else is coming into where I'm at. Like at most arenas, at minor hockey, when your kids are playing minor hockey, the rinks are empty. The parents sit in the parents on the home team sit on one piece, and the parents on the other team. I usually go to the far opposite corner where I can see my players' bench, and I can get the games. So that's why I stand where I stand at Miramichi Civic Center. Is I like to see the bench and get the players and the coaches and that over there. So yeah,
makes sense.
Oh. It's a funny story. So the first game that I actually recorded was in Miramichi, and it was just on the side where you record, and you were down below and you were recording. And I was just like, who's that lady with the camera? I'm like, I had no idea who it was. And it was me, Corey, and Tracy that went to the game, the first game.
Yeah.
And we had no idea. And then later to find out that it was you, and I'm like, oh my God. And then to find out that you're such an amazing human, and just
that's just one story.
Exactly.
No, that's just one person's view that I'm an amazing woman.
Put that in your back pocket, Roxanne. Keep that one.
Exactly.
Like, I have proof.
Yeah, no, so I mean, that's what I've been doing. Like at the Stanley rink, when the kids played there at the arena, there wasn't glass down by the penalty boxes, so that was standing, like, so there was no glass. So like, I mean, I've gotten hit with pucks and and all kinds of things. And I find too, like a couple of the senior rinks, like I don't know if it's Trackety was really hard to find a spot that didn't have puck marks all on the glass.
Yeah.
Like that's a photographer's nightmare. Like to try to, and two, I can't go through mesh. My Nikon camera that I take the pictures with, and here, I can't go through the mesh. I can't zoom in the way, because it will focus on the mesh and that. So I try to stand in a corner on the glass or whatever, but I try to get glass that doesn't have a lot of puck marks.
Exactly. And that's hard to find. That's definitely hard to find.
It is very hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah. When we went to Trackety the first time, and I have a fear of falling. Okay. I'm scared to death of falling.
Oh, you were up in the booth?
And we're standing on the benches, and I'm like, okay, I've got my camera, and I'm like holding it still. And then Corey just like taps me, and I'm like, and just like, okay, that's not a good video. It's just that's just one of the things, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna stand here anymore. I'm gonna move. So I went and moved and did my recording elsewhere, just because I was just like, I can't. And that's one of the scariest rinks that I recorded. I'm like, I'm gonna stand on the ground. I'm feeling better. Yeah,
they stand. They all stand at that arena. Like there's they don't sit at all. They all stand.
Exactly. Yeah. I would be sitting down. Like I had blankets ready to go. I'm like, nobody's sitting. I'm like, okay.
I know. Friends of ours came over. He followed the team just as much as I did. He moved back from Fort Mac there and to Miramichi, and anyway, he came over, and like he had to come over to a spot where I asked if I could go up into the media box over top of the benches there. So that if you're scared of heights, I wouldn't advise that one. But there was glitches to that too, because I mean I couldn't get the play right underneath of me and whatever. But I just found my big thing now is with the live streaming is the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. No, that's the difficulty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Plus, if if you're in a packed place and there's a lot of people on their phones,
especially if there's a fight.
The Wi-Fi. Oh gosh, yes, and there's so many people with the cameras up, with their phones up. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, they all want to get that picture or that video or whatever, and then they all want to upload it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, never mind. We're not waiting till the end of the game. Like, we're going to upload this right now, and then everything just starts, crashing and everything.
Yeah.
So, exactly. So, do you have anything to say to us? Do you have anything to ask of me and Tracy? Do you want any details of any specific funny things with Corey and Corey that we might know? Because I'm down. I am down to embarrass them. The amount of times that Corey and Corey brought up the Nashville chicken story, the locker room creeper story, because I'm like listening to the podcast, right? I'm listening to the things, and I'm just like, I can't believe I can't still, and it's still like a running joke, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like we went. So my grandmother's birthday is today, and we went and had a family thing yesterday, and he even brought up the story there, and I'm like, this is my family, what are you doing? And it's just he can't help it. He can't help it.
It will be great for your memoirs.
For sure, whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there.
I've got very many. My memoirs could like it just, you know what? I don't look for trouble or anything like that there. Like I really, like, I know I don't know, but I'm really not a confrontational person. Like I will never really start it. But you can guarantee I'm going to finish it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, I won't start anything, but I will finish things. So
no, like that's the only thing is I find myself, I get myself in, and have you guys ever come across anybody that opposes your videoing?
I don't think so. I know there's a couple, it's happened a couple times that our video it was like posted elsewhere and everything, but Corey pretty much keeps track of all that stuff. I do the recording at the game, and I try to keep quiet, and I try to just keep to myself type of thing, but I'm very reserved as well. Like I'm very I'm not confrontational, and I'm just like, I'm gonna avoid things just to not be in the heat of stuff like that. So, well,
I guess I'm very, I don't know what the word you call my kids to say crazy, but I'm very talky, very vocal, very talk to anybody, whatever. But like I said, when a confrontation starts, my stomach gets in like a knot. Same. And then, but by that point, I'm already knee deep or neck deep into it, and I'm like,
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I like to think that I have like just a very strong resting bee face that, people kind of avoid me. That's my hope anyway.
I'm a pushover. Corey knows I'm a pushover. He constantly just eggs me on and tries to get something out. And sometimes it works. Other times I'm just like, I'm not even dealing with this. I'm not. Which we've learned so much about all of us this past year with traveling and going to different cities and going to different arenas and watching different games and seeing so many different people, and just
isn't it great? The networking that you I'm reunited back with Brett McLean's mom and dad, and and we're back. It's just we're back at the rink again. I can't, it's just amazing. Yeah. And the people that you meet, and I mean, it's just amazing. What the connections and that, and like I said, when you're out of that, when our last one left home, everything stopped. Ball, hockey, everything, exactly. And they were gone. They all left. Exactly. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Exactly.
What do I do with my life?
Yeah. Somebody said, "Well, volunteer." Well, I've volunteered my whole life, and I mean, we still are, but I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I volunteer where my heart is, I guess, where the things that I like I enjoy. We're part of the Taymouth Tiger, ball field here in the Taymouth Tiger Dome, and and we fundraised for years for the lights and all the stuff that's here. And then Stanley Minor Hockey is another big fundraiser that we did, and we worked that for many years at it, fundraised. Look, we've done everything from duck races to Dunkin' booths. That was fun.
Oh my God, dunking booths! Wow, I'd be like sitting on the bench, and I'd be like panicking because I'm like, I don't want to go underwater, and then it's like,
No,
and then
I think my own kid dunked me, but
wow. Oh no way! Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh,
but no, it's it certainly is like I said, this whole, I don't know, the league, like with your guys' podcast, it's just added another level of professionalism to me. Like it just makes it, I don't know, out there. Everybody's talking about it, right? It's a community thing. It's on their tongue. Like everybody was talking about the playoffs, and then, if there was a fight, did you see that big fight, and which I hope they change if they're listening to me, and they, not that my word bodes anything, but take that fight rule out of there.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Because it's more fun.
You heard it here first.
Exactly.
Well, people, if you check my live stream comments, first thing they're asking, if they're just popping in, any fight yet? Any fight yet?
It's always the first thing. It's always the first thing.
And then what's the score?
Yeah, and then what's the score? Yeah. So you guys know we're all. You guys get the same thing. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it and that, and I have people like even asking me to live stream. A couple here a few years ago grew a pineapple tree. And they had a pineapple come out on it, and they wanted me to live stream and tell the story. So I went down.
That's awesome! Yeah, that's awesome!
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I went down and I did that, and I do like some fundraising concerts and stuff like that too. So people that can't. We had a very prominent resident in our community there, Peter DeMarsh, that was killed in a plane crash in Ethiopia there in 2019, and so they did a fundraising. They have a trail behind our place called Peter's Path, and the family was doing a live concert, but his mom is at the Nashwauk Villa, so she wasn't able to come. So I live streamed it, and the wonderful staff at the villa had it up on a laptop or whatever for her, so she could watch the concert.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So little things like that. That's why I like I said, live stream and the internet and that. There's lots of good things it can do.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And you're right. That's when Corey and the other Corey really started the podcast, and then we went to video and then live stream. It really was for that purpose to allow fans who may not, have an opportunity or thought they would even care about any series that didn't include their favorite team. And I think we helped to kind of facilitate that journey of really appreciating the league.
Yeah, exactly. And I've heard pros and cons. People say, well, when you live stream, nobody comes to the game. That Civic Center's filled.
Right. Yeah.
And I still have, like a couple of hundred people watching, or whatever. Exactly. So, I don't think that's the case. Like sure, there's people maybe, not as crazy as me to come over in a snowstorm or whatever, that they'll sit and they'll watch it because they know I'm going to be there. But I mean, the locals come. And I mean, and then they'll go home and watch it afterwards. That's the thing too. This is even what you guys are doing too. Not even, it is what you guys are doing. All this is going on the cloud, or this is our history. This is our visual. I worked at the Provincial Archives for a few years, and we always did audio history or whatever. You would interview like some of the senior people in your community about their stories, if they went to war and whatever. So they would put it on audio, and that's what I did. I transcribed and would put it down. So they'd have the actual audio, and then you'd have a transcript. Well, this is a video aspect. That's when I'm doing this stuff. To me, this is my history. This is our legacy. This is what we're doing. Like we are paving the way, 200 years or 100 years from now, even 50. Okay, I'm not going to date myself, but whatever, we'll be gone. Yeah, but this is my footprint. This is what I'm leaving. For Emery can see his mom play hockey. He can see his uncles play hockey. And play ball, and so forth and so forth. It's kind of like that shampoo commercial, and so on and so on. And you guys are
Exactly.
doing the same thing. You know, some of these players, will, leave the hockey, and, their kids are going to come up and they'll say, well, I never got to see my dad play hockey. They'll go back into these archives like this. It's going to be out there. It's forever out there. That's the sad part, scary part about some of this stuff. Once it's out there, it's out there.
It's exactly right.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's pretty hard to reel it back in, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're all archivists. So you guys are doing your spot. And for the Beaujeu League, like, I mean, just think of the years past that, I've been referred to by some by calling me Hoppy Dunn. Do you guys know who Hoppy Dunn is?
No.
Anyway, I had to I had heard of him, but I had researched it. But he was a radio announcer. He died, I think, at the age of 52 or 53 here. He was from Miramichi, but he would do all of the, I think it's the Timberwolf games or whatever.
Wow.
But anyway, so I went back and see, that was the beauty of it. So I went back and I did my research. I went back and listened to a lot of his like broadcasts or whatever. Like he had opening lines like from the southwest of the Miramichi to the, South Shores or North Shores or whatever. And, and then he would come in and he goes, this is Hobby Done.
Wow.
Hobby Done or that. Yeah. So
that was like a sign-off type of thing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, you might, sometimes wonder what they're doing, but you guys are leaving a legacy, like this is audio and visual history.
Exactly. And we're all a part of it. That's So just look at yourselves. I look at myself, everything I do. Like I said, you can see in my room here, all my photo albums and everything. That is my archives. Like I have from the time my kids started playing hockey, and then even all through my high school years when they were building the arena, I have all that history. Like I've been collecting it, like when people, pass away or whatever, I try to, collect photos and I do stuff. And I mean, I've even been to Value Village and saw one of our Stanley Bulldog jerseys there. Well, I bought it. Wow. I would imagine. Of course.
Well, I went to them and I said, that can't happen. They were supposed to turn those in.
Right? Who did this? Yeah.
Exactly.
But like that to me is I look through the lenses. I guess too, now that my kids are older and they're, out and I've got time to reflect and, like I said, some of the stuff I haven't edited. I mean, I had 3 kids in hockey. By the time the third one started playing, I was lucky I, had my right shoe on.
Can only imagine
running out the door.
But I mean, I've been going through and doing my home videos and putting them on my VHS. I bought an adapter there to put my VCR and doing that. So
nice.
Yeah. So we're all together. We're archivists.
Well, that's
that history degree that I'm still paying for appreciates that.
Well, there you go.
Exactly.
Well, Roxanne, your arm is probably very tired. People won't be able to see it, but
this is my natural pose.
What do you think? What can we expect from Roxanne this coming season? More of the same, or do you have anything up your sleeve you want to share?
I would like to. No. Well, I'd like to do more personal interviews, like for the players and that. Like I would like to get in there, like Don Cherry, and and do some interviews. I say Don Cherry because I have the greatest respect for him in all the world. So
absolutely.
But not I probably would do a lot more, but I don't want to embarrass my kids. So
no, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
That's what parents are for.
I know, isn't it? Like he'll just have something to tell his therapist about.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's great. That's great.
No, I don't know. Like that. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to I do go through the crowd as it is, and whatever. In Miramichi, I go through the crowd because I can feel the love there. In some of the other rinks, I'm like, yeah, okay, no, I'm not going to talk to you. But actually, Spring Hill was a really great place too. I went through the crowd there too. I got some, really good, little comments and stuff like that there too. So, not that they're not great. It's just too. I sometimes, if the Trackety is always packed, so I generally don't want to lose my spots. So
no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's different. Plus, if you have someone like to hold your spot and just be like, this is Roxanne Merrill right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I leave everything all right there. So
absolutely.
Yeah. No, I like I said, we probably yacked more than boys.
But that's fine.
Corey will have fun
I've been
editing
enjoying this whole thing, so I've been enjoying all of this.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I loved it. Like I said, when it abruptly stopped, it was just like, huh.
I know, it's like a deep breath. It's just like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah,
There's no more hockey. And now we wait till October, and we still get like the little drips of information here and there, and the boys are basically letting everyone know on the podcast and whatnot. So it's good.
Well, we listen to the podcast regularly and faithful, because I know if I don't get to it, my husband will listen to it and he'll go, they mentioned you tonight on the podcast.
Yes, exactly. No, Corey mentioned to me, he's just like, okay, he goes, I'm going to let the girls take over the podcast. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh God. My immediate was just like, anxiety. and then he's like, how about we get Roxanne? I'm like, Roxanne, I would love that. So I'm like, let's see if we can make this happen. I'm like, I'll grease her wheels a little bit. I'm like, please, I'd love for you.
Oh, you didn't take much grease, so
no,
as long as you didn't use pig lard.
No, exactly. No. I didn't know you were vegan. That's incredible. Like, see, I'm learning so many things. I love it.
Well, there's like I said, that it didn't come about because of maybe so much of my choice, but life's choice. God has a way of, turning it around, and I had no choice. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Thank you so much for joining. And this is, I've had a blast. I've loved this. I've missed talking to you. I'm like, oh gosh, I missed.
We could do our own podcast,
right? Wouldn't that be fun?
The girls of the unofficial Beaujeu League.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Good. We could. No, but thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you, Roxanne. You're amazing. Never ever.
I think right back at you, Tracy and Cheryl. I think I've really enjoyed meeting you guys. Not that I haven't enjoyed meeting the boys, but
You're okay.
With the girls, we're awesome. Come on.
They are awesome. They are awesome. Yeah, they are. Yeah. No, they're good. They're pretty good guys. So no, this is, like I said, all great stuff. And it's my opinion, I think it's been the best thing that's happened to the unofficial Beaujeu League. So
thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I know the boys will love this. I know they'll really appreciate it and say thank you and everything. And love.
Well, and if they don't, who cares?
Who cares?
That's
exactly. Their boys. It's fine.
we had fun. That's the main thing.
Absolutely. Cyndi Lauper. Hell yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
But thank you, everyone. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you, Tracy, for being my co-host, my one time and only. I appreciate both of you. And
thank you, Cheryl.
This is where we'll end it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. All right. This is Roxanne.
Keep it real.
Tracy.
Keep it real. Keep it real. I just real. Follow along. That's it.
Exactly.
Yours is perfect.
Exactly. All right, everyone. Thank you. Have a great week.
Okay. All right. Bye.